Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, after such a pathetically embarrassing term as mayor, after leaving a legacy of failure, shame, embarrassment, straight up public humiliation, after being crowned the worst mayor in the United States, or possibly only second to Mayor Bill de Blasio, and then of course as an incumbent mayor, losing re-election in spectacular fashion. Mayor Lori Lightfoot didn't even make it past the first primary process. She didn't even make the top two. After all of it, as your reign comes to an end, that you would accept defeat, you would accept failure, not dig your hole even deeper, not make things worse for you, you would simply just go away silently. That of course would be the most wise decision, but as we know with these Democrats, these professional victims, whenever they don't get what they want, they start a grievance campaign, and in some cases a grievance media tour, and that's exactly what Lori Lightfoot is doing. Lori Lightfoot was rejected by Democrats in a Democrat stronghold, rejected by her own, and her reaction to getting fired by her own voters, her own constituents, is really something else, but of course, it's anything but surprising. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that, as Lori Lightfoot is back in the media. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so let's tune in to Mayor Lori Lightfoot's little grievance campaign. Where, I'm the victim, nothing was my fault. It's all hateful right-wing politics aimed at taking me down.
Look, there's no question, Reverend Al, that there are some people in Chicago and across the country that don't want mayors like me to succeed. There's a reason why in 2020, part of Trump's national strategy was to go after cities and mayors like me by name, by city. Not just me, but also Keisha Lance Bottoms in Atlanta, Muriel Bowser in Washington, D.C. And when the person with the biggest megaphone and biggest stage attacks you in a way that Trump attacked us, it unleashes a set of forces that are hard to control. Those dog whistles that were blown in 2020 are still resonating today, and it was fed by the uncertainty and the anger, and then funded by right-wing forces that wanted to take down a big city mayor.
The sheer audacity of this woman. Either she doesn't know and somebody needs to inform her, or she thinks you're stupid and you're not paying attention and you don't know what's going on. Mayor Lori Lightfoot essentially blames racism for the reason that she lost her race. Someone like me being attacked and taken out of my position as mayor of the city. Yet the individual who replaced her is the exact same race. You literally can't make this stuff up. It's the same freaking excuse every single time. Anytime anything bad happens, anytime any of these politicians face backlash or possibly lose their job, woe is me, I'm the victim. It had nothing to do with anything that I actually did, and everything to do with immutable characteristics, everything to do with the color of my skin, or possibly my genitalia, my identity. Nobody cares about your identity. Literally nobody cares. In fact, that was proven by the fact that your replacement is part of the same identity group. Then she goes on to say, well, I was just being attacked by right-wingers. It was right-wing forces at play trying to take down a big city mayor, as if right-wingers really played a role here. Chicago, what is it, like 80 to 20% Democrat, maybe even 90-10? There pretty much are no right-wing forces in Chicago, and if there are, they're rather insignificant and don't even play a role, not to mention, there wasn't even a single Republican on the ballot. I think it was 5 or 6 Democrats running, and then it got narrowed down to the last 2 Democrats, one perceived moderate, I guess you could say corporate Democrat, and then a far-left socialist Democrat. And who did the people of Chicago go with? They went with the far-left socialist by a pretty big margin. Yet Lori Lightfoot once again has the audacity to show up on TV and say, it was right-wing forces at play that took me down. Launch a campaign to take down a big city mayor. Those right-wingers with their influence in Chicago only coming after me because of the color of my skin. And now look at what they did. Those right-wingers elected a socialist who also happens to be black. Does that make any sense? No, of course it doesn't. None of this ever makes any sense. It doesn't have to. In the world of grievance politics, in the world of intersectionality, in the world of lunatic leftism, nothing needs to make sense. You don't need to justify these claims. You simply say them and they are accepted as true. Men are evil. True. I'm a victim because I'm a woman. True. Hashtag believe all women. Oh, the only reason this is happening, the only reason I'm facing any type of consequences is because of the color of my skin. Automatically true. Ding, 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 you win reparations. Pay no mind to the fact that the city's been in complete disarray. Chicago has been a complete cluster F over the last however many years, and especially under Mayor Lori Lightfoot's non-existent leadership. Homicides have gone up, general crime has skyrocketed, not just homicides of course. Police departments have been totally demonized. Hundreds if not thousands of officers have simply quit or moved to different states. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has come up with ingenious plans to solve crime. Step number 1, making it illegal for police officers to pursue and chase criminals who have committed offenses on foot. Step number 2, to all those low-income workers selling food or trinkets on the streets, getting robbed on a near weekly basis by out-of-control gang members and criminals, simply don't use cash. An ingenious solution. This kind of thinking, by the way, has actually taken over in Chicago. I mean, take a look at this headline. Chicago police to city businesses facing rising crime. Quote, buy riot glass. Chicago is a difficult place to own a business. Riots, looting, and burglaries make it almost impossible for retailers to survive. Smash and grab thieves robbed a Rolls-Royce dealership in Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood back in December and made off with millions in luxury watches. Thieves attacked and pepper-sprayed security guards while robbing 2 luxury retail stores in Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood. Retailers like Walmart say that they are losing tens of millions of dollars a year operating in Chicago and have announced the closure of 4 stores. In recent months, business in Chicago's Wicker Park and Humboldt Park have been hit hard. A community alert sent out by police to area businesses suggests that they beef up their security and install Armorplast, a type of invisible shatterproof shield produced by a company called Riot Glass that is installed over existing glass to protect themselves. Tom Ahern, CPD, says burglaries and criminal damage to property. He lists, I don't know, what is this, like 15 incidents from mid-April to late April, the last 2 weeks of April alone? The offenders, males wearing black clothing, black ski masks, and gloves. What you can do: do not leave cash in the register. Have a secure, bolted-down safe or Dropbox for cash deposits. Install quality video surveillance cameras and alarms. Call 911 for suspicious autos and persons. Pay special attention to suspicious individuals in the area and alert police. Establish a relationship with neighbors and business owners. You're getting robbed by roaming gangs of thieves and ski masks. Don't keep cash in the register. And the most recent ingenious plan: invest likely thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in Riot Glass.
New at 5, smash and grabs near Wicker Park have Chicago police recommending a different solution, a type of shield over glass windows and doors that you can't even tell is there.
Staff says they're prepared to defend themselves if necessary.
Now if you call the cops like too much every day for stealing a bag of chips or pops, they're not gonna show up within 10 or 20 minutes like before. It takes time.
Where you have broken glass here, not here.
No penetration.
We want to keep the bad guys outside the building, and that's what the product does.
Brad Campbell founded Riot Glass, a company Chicago police recommended business owners use to protect their storefronts.
No, how about you Democrat dimwits actually enforce the law? Oh no, that can never happen. That's Mayor Lori Lightfoot's legacy, however. And you know what? It's a legacy that's continuing here with this new socialist clown mayor who's been elected to replace Mayor Lori Lightfoot. And that's what makes the clips at the start of this video just so completely ridiculous. Lori Lightfoot is blaming racism and a right-wing agenda as the city delves deeper and doubles down into absolutely insane left-wing policies. Elects essentially a Lori Lightfoot clone, except even worse. Maybe the problem wasn't right-wing forces, maybe, Lori, you just weren't progressive enough. You needed to do your best Karl Marx impersonation. You didn't. And so the far-left lunatics in your city, your constituents, simply weren't satisfied with your leadership. Welcome to Clown World, folks. Chicago is the Mecca. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.